Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Genoa. We're going for a custom achievement honest competition. All we have to do is grab all of India for the actual achievement. Most of India. And we're pretty close to it. We have started grazing on India. I mean, having a border to India, not actually, grazing there. Anyway, touching on India, maybe. But we also not only have to do that achievement, but we also have to keep Genoa the most powerful trade node in the world, which at 324 ducats it certainly is. We also have a whole bunch of other rules, all of which you can find down there in the doobly-doo, about not using overseas trade nodes, colonization, any of that jazz. We clearly just finished a war against the Austrians here, and are still moving our troops into safer territory. We're also building a few staff wards, as you do when you have infinite money. This is such a monetary campaign. And we're trying to annex our subjects. And I just gave 2 extra provinces to Serbia in the hopes of extending their annexation process by enough. But they're still way too fast. My math must have been very, very much off there. And I don't know why. I looked up the annexation costs up in the wiki. And it kind of agreed with me with how it should work. So I don't quite know why we are paying a lot less there. Not that that's a real problem, but it's weird. And if I had known that, I would have given them more land. Or at least I could have considered giving them more land. Now I was certainly going to have to stop Serbia and Khorasan for a while before the annexation of Iraq can be completed. Alright, you are drilling. Alright, you are doing nothing. I mean, my next attack is gonna almost certainly be into India. There are a couple of people around here that don't like me much. We do need that coalition to disperse. Well, but we want it to disperse because otherwise we have to fight the whole coalition when we attack Gujarat or Delhi. But that might still... that should happen. Let's put it that way. I don't know that I made any claims. I didn't, and I really should have, but I didn't have all that many diplomats to play with, did I? Once this one's back, I think I'm going to start claiming stuff on Gujarat. Now, when does imperialism come in? Because I want it. When I advance casus belli, is it like 22? Is that listed in here somewhere? I thought it was a diplomatic thing, but I don't know that it's listed in any of these. I mean, I don't see it being listed. But it's also not listed up here, right? So, I don't know. Certainly not military. I think it's Diplo. Might be like Tech 22. I don't know. Would be very, very nice to have. But we don't have it yet. So, claims it will have to be. What else, though? Right. Peter pointed out that I might want to subjugate Multan. I was about to say Mulan. And that actually does not seem uninteresting at all. That's a lot of claims on Delhi there. Course, that is. And I believe... yeah, not all of it is in the Indian subcontinent, but a lot is. Up to Margala here. So these 3 cores, Ro, Jalalabad and Badakhshan are not, but the rest should be in the subcontinent. And that's... oh yeah. Especially with Bawalpur... no, where's the place? This one here. Multan itself at 40 development. And... yeah, even that's a lot of development to have cores on. That must be worth subjugating these folks. Now, clearly they won't just accept, even if they weren't outraged. Actually, if they weren't outraged, they would be super close to accepting. If they weren't outraged and we had borders, they would say yes. Ooh, that would be very nice. Wouldn't it just? So... the thing is, they are outraged, and they are so outraged. And once we take more Gujarati land, so we can actually border them, they'll be even more outraged. So we're probably gonna have to take this by force. But them's the breaks. Alright. Back to actual work. Or let's start our actual work, I suppose. You're moving, anybody not moving? Oh, this outliner is starting to become quite unusable. Maybe I should take buildings out. And even take merchants out, I think. Hopefully still realize that I have a missing merchant. Extra merchants, if I do. I'm tempted to take the annex integrate one out, but it does give extra information over the diplomat one, so I'm gonna keep it in. Core construction, sure. I would like my outline to be on one page, but maybe that's a bit much to ask. So the only army not moving is you, and that seems fine. Okay. So yeah, I guess we start going east again. Gotta get started on India someday. Lost conquest against Austria. Coalition is dispersing as I expected. Landshut wants its stuff back. Decline. Now we did give Serbia 2 places that they should not ask for. At least the game said it wouldn't be. The Emperor couldn't be asking for it back. I hope that's actually true. Why wouldn't you just become a vassal? It would be a great idea for you for a while. You'd be bigger and safe, and at some point you'd be part of my very good empire. Republic. Did I say empire? Not quite at that point yet. Nor will we ever be. At least we're not planning to leave the state of Republic. Oh, surprisingly late for the rivalry ending. Yes, it's my first episode to record of the day, and as we learned, that is means a recalculation of rivalries, but this time they might actually mean it here. What with my only possible rival being the Commonwealth. I don't have a diplomat to cancel this thing. I'm gonna wait a month, see if this fixes itself. If not, we're gonna have to recall a diplomat and end the embargo. And we also might have to rival the Commonwealth just because we have no other potential rivals. As much as I'm not really into that. Because I'm not super interested in European war right now. And I wouldn't mind keeping the Commonwealth on my side until I do want that. Is there a trade ship in here? There is. Give me that. Money, please. Thank you, Mamluks for rivaling me again. And yeah, I can rival Spain again too. Which would probably mean that they'll rival me as well. But it does mean that I can get my embargo back up without having to... Well, I can get it back up. Don't need to send my guy to stop it. What's that war? Austria against Venice. So, not that like that. Fighting Mantua, Milan, Constance, and Austria. In the... Oof. I get why you did this, Venice, but I don't like it. I guess we're gonna have to take that Venetian land from Venice in the end, rather than taking it from the Austrians. The the other way around. I'm gonna have to take it from Austria rather than take it from Venice. Can you just walk over to India? Sure. Nice little hike. Good going. Would be quite the quality of life feature if you could tell them to walk somewhere and be willing to take some detours in order to avoid attrition. I guess we get unrests and we lose tons of money because I don't want to lose 150 monarch points. It's not our problem. This might be one of those events where if you don't fix it, it continues. Sounded a bit like it. And I feel like we've had it before. So maybe. But I may be playing a lot, so getting events more than once is not unlikely at all. Lost our trade dispute against the Gujarati. I don't care much, I will say. How much did we crush the Austrians? They still have 40,000 troops. None manpower though, so they got hurt. A bit. The reason I'm interested in that is because if they were like fully dead, then the Venetians might have a chance. As it stands, I don't see that they do. See that they do. Oh, no I don't. I do not see that they do. Did we grab any new trade company land? What about the Genoese Balkans over here? Is everything here? No. I don't think I can make Venice a trade company, and I cannot. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's just because these are in the Empire. Let's see what happens once our cores are done. Maybe I can do stuff. Not that I know that No, I don't want Venice to be a trade company at all. Alright, what do we want here? I'm not going to take Liberty Desire reduction, wherever that is. Is that not this? Oh, maybe it's not this. I hate you at all. Harsh treatment cost is not without its uses. Not because we have rebels we need to harshly treat, but because you can use harsh treatment to generate absolutism. But we're already at our cap, so I don't care. Autonomy change cooldown seems utterly bad. Fort rivals, fort board maintenance, thingy-mabob also. I don't change rivals. These are all almost certainly useless. I'm going to grab the Edict of Absolutism because it technically has a shot being somewhat useful. Technically. Yes. Should we be spamming some buildings again? I haven't looked at this list for a while. Look at those manufactories. Bit them everywhere. Trading in copper, alright. It happens. Yeah, just keep moving, folks. Eastwards. That's where the music is. And apparently there are a lot of folks over there. Also, I'm told. So it might not be the worst to actually have the ability to fight there. 90.5%. Took so long to annex these subjects without influence ideas. It's really not easy to eat up all your subjects, as we are painfully learning here. Yeah, Cheesy gets raided again as it does because of the weirdness of the sea zone, the way the sea zone works here. And because for some reason Naples is not eating up the rest of Tunis, even though they have no friends. That Yeah, I don't understand why they would do that, but hey. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna go and hire my condottieri out to like Bremen. That makes sense. Ooh. I agree that a Kevin boy should be able to become captain, but I don't want to lose my stab. I only had one stab, and my naval tradition, while it does help for trade, isn't actually that important to me, and it gets increased by having a bunch of trade boats out, and we have a bunch of trade boats out. What is my naval tradition? 50? It's actually dropping down right now, so it says... Oh, protecting trade, there it is. Plus 1.9 from that, half a point from Mare Nostrum, and still drop it decaying. Yeah, let's just drop it. And then we should certainly see it increasing instead. Yup. Look at this, it's a positive thing. It's not. So, speaking of boats, probably have more boats, can't I? Apparently I'm already... No, these are just trying to join. Let's spam some more boats. Because boats are money, and money is more boats, and could even be a boat. Balutchistani separatists. Good thing we have armies coming over there. In fact, being here, and even being able to fully suppress whatever you're trying to do over there in Balochistan. I have a libertarian Iraq, so that's the one subject we really don't want to be libertarians. I may have to placate your rulers here. Where does that come from? Yeah, still a bit peeved about the fact that I enforced your religion. Let's placate your local rulers. Keep annexing you. It's a bit unfortunate insofar as that I might need to placate the rulers of Khorasan and Serbia after I do the whole Skudic toggling thing. So they continue annexing then, stop being libertarians. And I will need prestige for that. A lot of prestige, and I don't actually have tons right now. Even though I have the conquest of Jerusalem going. The decay is real. Is my... the syncing of these is weird. Get a bunch of ducats. I might actually take... No, I will take the prestige here. And the half price production efficiency person. Because as I just told you, prestige might actually be useful. Wow. I'll reject the reform. And we may have to gain a bunch of money. We may have to reduce inflation at some point. I definitely do want to. And we already have an advisor going, that's helpful, for sure. Ooh, that's a lot of inflation though. Kinda need that to not be. I think I'm... Once these arrive in Dashistan, I'll stop them for a moment. These two armies are too synced up, there's too much risk of them being in the same province at the end of a month. In which case they would take a lot of attrition. So have you stop here. Just give these a bit of a head start. And then start moving again. You're going to there, you're going to there, so you... So I go to there. The general on the back army only has one maneuver. So I'm not too afraid of him catching up because of that. Won't make much difference to movement speed. Much difference. Some, sure, but not much. Is that actually winning a war? because you took Mantua while Austria was busy. But if you don't peace out soon, Venice, then the Austrian will crush you. And that would be sad, because we don't like the Austrian here. All right, final piece of our idea group. Admin technology cost bonus, and 3 more policies. I don't know which one the 3 are. I mean, the trade efficiency one I think is new. It's not inspirational leaders, so it's probably taxation system, which I don't care about. Trade efficiency, which And then I think the Land Inheritance Act. Yeah. Which I also don't care about. Cool. These aren't bad, but they're not worth monarch points. Do I want you to go east too? I feel like I have enough troops over here. Enough. What a joke. Who would we be fighting? Transo, Balochistan, Bahmanis, Delhi. That's a lot. You have a lot of friends, Gujarat. What about you, Delhi? You also have a lot of friends. How do you have 1 million friends? Maybe I do want most of my troops over here. Except for maybe... Well, Transo is not actually a problem. We don't need somebody to deal with Transo. So yeah, let's bring everybody over. The more the merrier and all that. Man, I want that Suez Canal. I very, very much want that Suez Canal. Oh, this might be another sinking issue if we're not... Nah, it might be fine. 2 maneuver, 4 maneuver, should be fine. Don't think this tech is... No, actually it is a fine tech. Oh no, we've not been taking it because we want our dip for something else right now. Right. Keep an eye on that thing that's eating my dip. Did that number just go down? Khorasan must have increased in size somehow. Because the Khorasani percentage progress went down, I'm pretty sure. They might just have developed, right? Which I don't mind. I want that to be slow anyway. Yeah. But we're not going to get around to Scutich toggling. Ideally, we let them go to the last tiny bit and then we make them rebellious for a moment. Capping on that mill, though. Oh. Just keep buying tradition. Not uninterested in you, General. I would have to remember to turn on the shock policy, though. If I do. We are on a re-election spree, aren't we? Yeah, might be for quite a while. Just gonna buy another round of strengthened government. I hate doing it without getting the absolutism. But beggars chooses and all that. Actually, a decent amount of unrest over here. Maybe I shouldn't have moved all my troops. And what you're gonna be my Middle Eastern army. For now. Austria wants military access for their war against Venice. Can they not pass through here? Is this not, after all, a land connection? Sure, looks like it's one, right? But we discussed this before. If it's not, and that might... but they still have this. I can just walk in. Whatever, come on in. I don't think it actually makes any difference to their ability to beat up the Venetians if they wanna. So might as well let them in. Might as well. 40. That's a lot of folks we have coming here. Yeah, that's that re-election. And our relative is, as most of the time, pre-garbage. Grab some mill. Don't mind if I do. I did. Didn't want it to be mill, and it wasn't. Good, good, good. Now, you're all ready. I don't have a claim yet. Oh, but I have a claim ready. Guess the claim will be on C1 here. So 1. Wouldn't hate having more claims. Pretty fast, and we already have 11.8. I'm gonna make one more claim. Just be a little more sensible of how we spend our dip. And how we core and stuff. A few things are modified by whether or not you have a claim. It's pretty powerful. Can't quite get 30 to 0, but that should help a lot here. All these 1-star generals. Quite sad for a nation of my size and power, I will say. Trade carefully against the horde. Three each month. Still a bit of room here. And I want to be super close. So in case I miss or something else happens, I have very, very little left to do. Even if I have to do it at low, dip low reputation. Which could happen. For many, many reasons. You don't need your general right now. Carlo di Grimaldi. You might as well be over here. Do some good work. Army is going to grow a bit when we eat our subjects, and I believe our force limit might go down. We'll see about that. Nah, it probably won't. We're gonna get all that land fully cored. And that should give us more than the little bit of force limit we're getting right now from these subjects. Daily really is big. Bit behind on Miltech, that's good. Lots of troops. That's not good. In case you were wondering. I probably want 2 of the armies up north. At least more than these 27,000. Let's send the 2 mercenary stacks north. And then you can take care of the south. Maybe. Seems reasonable. But military engineer has died. Well, I would like to have you, I think, Niccolo Chiavari. Get me that morale bonus and be promotable, which you are. Discipline guy would also be nice, but he's not promotable, so no. Because, I mean, why do you have money if not to turn it all into monarch points? Now, this though. So at 704 is when I need to stop. It's a few months more. Which kind of fits my spy network. It's kind of nice. Also get my cores. My cores will change the math on this. So I have to be slightly careful. That does not feel like a place that I want to state. In fact... Oh, you're different. Get added to the Tunisian Trade Company. Which has always been a bit of a problem child anyway, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, we're running the promote investments here. which generates inflation, just so that we can keep the merchant. I do want to keep the merchant, I just don't want the inflation, obviously. So this now January 40, February 41, and September 41. Getting a bit closer, but we still have to do it. Well, I say we have to. What happens if we don't Scottish toggle? You finish, and then these two finish at 1 point per month rather than 4. You'd be missing like, I don't know, 60-ish points. It's 5 years. It's a long time, but it would mean I don't have to do the whole Scottish toggling thing. Tempting. And you would be even faster, right? Did you do that math correctly? Let's see how it looks when we're really, really close. Just don't want to miss it. But we're gonna have to do that next episode. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything at all to say to me, then you might as well do that in the comments section. It's a good place. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.